Good morning. My friend Joey and I are here at the Herman Gulch Trailhead, located inside the Arapaho National Forest. And it's a little noisy here right off I-70 highway. And today we're going to go for Pettingell Peak, looking at about 4.6 miles out with right around a 3,400 foot elevation gain. So it's going to be a solid one. Official start time, 7:17. We're up here to the first split, and we're going to take the left on the Herman Gulch Trail number 98. We are coming up this trail. This thing has quite a bit of elevation gain, and we're heading up to Herman Lake. We just hit this nice open section right here. This is really pretty. And so far, we haven't seen anyone else hiking on this trail. We're the only ones. We got a beautiful day. It is amazing out here. And check out these views. I believe that's going to be Pettingell Peak right there in front of us. And that is looking up at Mount Bethel. Yeah, it looks like you could probably climb it from right here. Just head on up to the saddle. We've been hiking for about an hour and 25 minutes. We're 2.8 miles out. According to the GPS, we're at just under 11,600, and it looks like the next trail split is up around 11,900. But we're going up right now. And we're up here to the next trail split. Looks like to the right, we'll take you up the Jones Pass Trail, but we're gonna stay on the Herman Gulch Trail. And that is gonna be Pettingell Peak, right out there in front of us. I'd say we've done about half of the elevation gain up to this point. Oh, this is amazing. Wow. You guys are about ready to get a pan now. Yeah, we're trying to figure out what the peaks are. This is looking up at Pettingell, and I think this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna come around, drop in on the lake, and then we're gonna take it right up here. That looks kind of gnarly up there. Whew. We've made it up to right around 12,000 feet, and the trail has flattened out a little bit. And this is great. This is really enjoyable. We're actually going downhill. And we got marmots up here. You can hear them chirping. And in just under an hour and 50 minutes, we're up here to Herman Lake. My GPS is showing this at 3.4 miles out. And we have already done roughly 1,800 feet in vertical elevation gain, which means we have about 1,600 left. And I think I see the route up, and it looks a little brutal. I think we're gonna head up right here, just continue on up the ramp, then we're gonna cut it back at some point and up to the summit. After a quick 5-minute break, we're gonna continue on. We're gonna take it around the north side of Herman Lake and then start plowing our way up the rocks. I'm hoping that just looks worse than it is, because I'm not gonna lie, that looks kind of bad. Not what I was expecting. I think the hike is about to get crazy. That's a pretty shot of the lake with the blue sky reflecting. Oh yeah. I believe I see the route heading up. It's gonna be right here on the grass, just to the left of the rocks. So far so good. It's like we've got little built-in steps along here. A little wet right there. Oh yeah, that's real nice. We're staying on the trail, and it's actually pretty nice going up. I am really enjoying it. So far we haven't stepped 1 foot onto a rock. It's been all grass. We just hit the rocks. And look at this bouquet of columbine. Columbines? We ain't got time for that. Got to keep it moving. Yeah, this is incredible up here. This is exceeding my expectations. We think we're doing this right. We're attempting to avoid all of these rocks for the most part. And we're coming up over here. And this is a look up at the next section. And it looks like we have cairns all the way up. There's this faint little ramp that leads up right here. and continues on. We're at just under 12,500. So we've got just over 1,000 more up to the summit. We've made it up to about 12,700. So less than 1,000 to the summit. We're taking a quick 3-minute break. And this is looking back at where we have come from. That's gonna be Mount Bethel on the right. I think the plan now is to head up this grassy section to about right up there. It's a little loose through here. We just came up that section and it was loose in spots. I just checked the GPS and we're at about 13,250. So right around 300 more vertical feet up to the summit. And I believe it's like right here. We're almost there. We're looking at another 200 vertical feet in about 400 feet. Which means that we're going up at about a 45-degree angle. This final section has been atrocious, but I think we have just about done it. And look at this. It looks like a nice, easy stroll on up to the summit. All right. That's going to be Herman Lake way down there. And we have discussed it and agreed that we did this the wrong way. We should have went way over there to the saddle and then came up from the other direction. But we did it. Regardless, we did it. All right, guys, it is about 11:07 right now, which means it took 3 hours and 50 minutes to get up here to the summit of Pettingell Peak. Yeah, buddy. Boom. This is a really awesome summit. You can see so many neighboring peaks from up here. No joke, you can see half the state of Colorado from up here. This is insane. I believe that is going to be Byers Peak over there. And then that road just below me is leading up to Jones Pass. Longs and Meeker Tower in the background. You see all the Indian peaks. Right over here is going to be Parnassus and Woods and the rest in that group. Way down there is I-70. And then in the background you've got Evans and Bierstadt, Grays and Torreys. And then that road leads up to Loveland Pass. This summit is incredible. And it drops way down right here. got phone signal up here, and I just texted Jamie. I showed him the route, and he's like, yeah, you did that the hard way. You came up all the loose stuff. He's like, we just stayed on the grass, went over to the saddle, and then took it up. And then he showed me his route. Yeah, we messed it up. That's okay though. I wanted to make sure I got you guys the full deluxe tour of Pettingell Peak. Hi, buddy. You want to be on YouTube? You want to be on YouTube? You want to be on... Oh! We've got a bunch of summit marmots up here. See them? We've got such a beautiful day. Very low wind. And I mean, we've got a few clouds to the southeast, but nothing to the west. And those would be the ones I would be worrying about. Well, guys, it's about 12 o'clock. We've been sitting up here for just over 50 minutes. However, it is time to go. It's time to head on back. All right, let's do it. And we're gonna go down the easy way. We're gonna take it along the ridge, drop it down to the saddle, and then hike back on the grass. Much easier than fighting your way down a bunch of loose rocks. I can't believe we came up that way. That's hilarious. That is not the way to go. I mean, this way's not super easy. We're dealing with a few rocks. We've been coming down the ridge, and I believe we have just hit the spot where we're gonna turn off. We just need to fight our way through these rocks right here. And then I think once we're on the grass, we're gonna be home free. And we're off it. Yes. I'm hoping the rest of this is easier. I don't think it's gonna be easy quite yet, but hopefully easier. So it looks like the best way up and down is to hug these rocks right here and stay on the grass. That was the original plan, and I'm not sure what happened. We're back down to the spot where we screwed up. I mean, you might be coming up this going, wow, look at all those loose rocks. That looks like a lot of fun. I mean, that's kind of what we were thinking, but that was not the right way. Don't go up there. instead stay as far up as you can on the grass as possible and just take it right up in that direction. And we still have quite a drop ahead of us to get back down to the trail. We're about ready to hit the second half of this descent from the summit back down to Herman Lake. We're still coming down this thing. It is pretty significant. And on the way down, we noticed this rather large shelter. I mean, you could get a half a dozen people under that. That's good to know about if you get stuck up on this mountain and bad weather rolls in. The shelter is tucked in right here, and we're pretty much on this little ledge at about 12,250 feet. I just checked the time, and we've only been coming down for a little over an hour, which is blowing my mind. It has sure felt longer than that. Oh yeah, baby. That was a butt slider. Ah! That's an epic view of Herman Lake. All right, and we are officially off it. Thank God. Let's check the time real quick. And that took us 1 hour and 18 minutes. We're stopping for a quick 5-minute break. I had to swap the batteries in my GoPro, and that is looking back up at what we have just come down. We're just coming down this Herman Gulch trail. It's a little past 2 right now. I think we're looking at roughly 1.5 miles back down to the trailhead. So we should be done before 3 o'clock for sure. The lower we drop in elevation, the warmer it is becoming. It's still a nice temperature though. It's not too hot at all. It is just now 2:55, and we have made it back down to the Herman Gulch trailhead. My GPS had this at about 9.4 miles. The book was showing 9.2. So that's pretty spot on. But that was a heck of a hike. We're looking at 3 hours and 50 minutes up, 2 hours and 55 minutes down. All right, guys, we're back. That was a heck of a hike, and I'm glad we got all the way up to the summit. Hope you enjoyed it, and until the next one, y'all, peace.